Well, hello, all you beautiful people out there in Minecraft land. How are you today? I am fantastic. Thanks for asking. You're probably asking yourself another question. And that is, where are my boots? Well, I had to take them off because I was working with water and they kept freezing everything because, I have that frostwalker on my golden boots. So I just took them off temporarily. I'm not fighting any monsters or anything that really requires any armor whatsoever. What I am doing is messing with these chickens right here. Hence the big fence. So, I know this is kind of loud. I have a minor problem with this thing. Well, two minor problems. Problem number one is that it's completely in the way. Remember, a couple episodes ago, I started building the foundations for what will become my new front gate of my castle. And yeah, this thing is kind of in the way. That pillar right there behind me represents the center of the gate. And you don't really want to smash yourself into a chicken machine when you walk in the front door, right? So I'm going to move it. But I thought that would give me a good opportunity to solve problem number two that I'm having. So take a look at this. If you look in here, you will see that I am actually collecting lots of raw chicken and feathers, as I had always intended to. However, I'm also collecting a great deal of eggs, and that's a problem. In fact, take another look at this chest. You see all this big empty space here. Remember, I had like chicken down here and feathers down here, and I just kind of moved it all up. But before I did that, you could see that this chest was actually completely full, and it was full of eggs. That's why I wasn't really collecting as much chicken and feathers as I could have, because I was just collecting all these stupid eggs. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be great if there was a way to recycle the eggs, because this machine should be doing that. It should be taking the eggs out of this chest. Oh my god, that's so loud. Sorry, guys. The machine should automatically take eggs out of the machine and put them back into the machine, right? Wouldn't that make sense? So I thought in order to solve both those problems, I would just create a brand new machine, and I've done that right over here. That is what this machine is right here. And you can actually see that I have... Actually, let's get out some carpet so I can... Oops, not there. Jump over this fence really easy. There's a bunch of space down here. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I've rebuilt this machine. And you can see I already have some chickens in there. I don't have any eggs in my inventory at the moment. But it's pretty much the same machine. There's a little bit more glass than there was before. But the whole idea is that a bunch of chickens will sit up there on top of those hoppers, and then they will lay their eggs down into these hoppers, which will eventually go into this dropper, and it is an automatic dropper which will fire the eggs out. Did I say dropper? It's actually a dispenser. It'll fire the eggs out and into this area, and some of them, not all of them, but some of them will grow into chickens. And when they do, and they grow up, and the entity cramming thing starts to happen, you will see that chickens die, and I get some beautiful stuff that will all end up in this chest. I don't want it to end up in this chest. I'm going to eventually feed it all the way into my main master storage system. But the most important thing is the other side of that, and I guess I could have done this from down here because I have an item filter. And this item filter has eggs in it, and when additional eggs get processed through this system, they will see that filter and they will be allowed to drop down into this hopper. That's what it's called, a hopper, and then eventually into this chest. And then anything that ends up in this chest will basically get recycled back up again and go into an auto dropper down there. It'll get fired up into a water stream and brought up into those hoppers, and then it'll get fired out the same way. So basically eggs get fired back in. They get recycled. And then anything like those fence posts that I just fired that is not an egg should end up unfiltered and go down into these hoppers and eventually end up in this chest. So I can get my stuff back. So that is the main goal right there. But what I need to do here is get all of the chickens out of the old machine and into the new machine. And that's what this hole right here is for. But I thought I would do this on camera, which is why I am here and showing this to you. I think I'm probably going to have to sleep before I do this, but the idea is I'm going to break this machine and let all of the chickens out. And then they'll all end up in this area right here. They're all contained, or will be contained, because I have fences all around this whole space. And then I will hopefully lead them all up there and into the new machine. So let me sleep, and then I'll try that. Good morning to you. Happy Minecraft Monday morning. Yeah, that's what it is. Yes, even though it's not Monday when I'm recording. But we don't talk about that. Hey, it's Monday. That's all we care about, right? Because that's the day you watch my videos, the day they come out, right? On Mondays. You know I publish a new video every Monday at 10 a.m., right? That's when my videos come out. I don't know if you notice that or not. I tend to post them on Facebook a couple hours later just to let everybody know they're there. But hey, if you are a subscriber, you know right away. So hey, now would be a great time to subscribe if you're not subscribed, so that you do know, so that you can see my videos in your subscription feed. And if you want to, you can also click that bell and get notified. That way, you don't even have to rely on Facebook. You'll just know. Your notifications will pop up. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking about this. Seeds, that's what I was looking for. Perfect. So let's get some wheat seeds out. Let's get some of this stuff out of our inventory, and let's start cracking this machine open. Should I do the top first or the bottom first? I don't think it really matters. Let's do sort of a hybrid. Actually, let's just bust that and bust that and bust that and bust that. There we go. Try not to injure any of the chickens. All right, chickens, follow me. Yes, now you're with me. Now you see the seeds I'm holding. Come with me. Man, if this wasn't Minecraft, this would actually be pretty creepy. All right, I see I'm losing large chunks. That's okay. I can do this in groups. Okay, come on, chickens. Up the stairs. One at a time. Or all at a time, whichever you prefer. And, oh, yeah, sure. Come on down. Follow me into the hole. It's okay. I don't mind. I got rockets. I can get out of here. I think I can. There we go. Let's try that again. Oh, come on. I did this like 6 times off camera. How come I can't do it now? All right. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Chickens! Come get some. Come get some of these lovely seeds. First try. There we go. Come, my pretties. Come on in. Fall in the hole. You can do it. Just a couple steps further. Perfect. There we go. That is now lots of chickens. Oh, I still have a few left over. Not too many. I'll get them. This will be quick. Up, 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 up. Okay, and then jump and up. And then ease myself back onto my little platform here, and they all fall in the hole. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Oh, come on. One more. There's just so many. Come on. Get in the hole. Perfect. And you can actually see they're already starting to entity cram down there, which is great. Now I'm going to not only get chickens in the sort of main part down there where I want them, but also in this part, they're already entity cramming. Oh, look, I can make them entity cram and die just by like pulling them to one end. That's cool. I had no idea that was a thing. Actually, I wonder if I want to do that. I probably don't, because I'd like to have as many chickens up there as possible that can actually lay eggs for me. Yeah. In fact, maybe I'll throw these few eggs that I collected and see if I can get more chickens down there. All right, there's a few. All right, now that all those chickens are in there, I can actually go ahead and start cleaning this stuff up. Take away these extra fences and carpets and stuff that I don't need, which I will come back and do. But there is one other thing that I want to do here. And let's see if I can just sail over here without any rockets. No, of course not. I can jump. So I guess that kind of half counts. I can also take all of these extra eggs that I had in here and then get them back into this machine. And I kind of already left a little bit of a way to do that on the side over here. This is basically just a hopper, and I can just load all of these eggs into this hopper. They go pretty fast. But obviously I do have to wait like a minute or two for this to happen. I could, speed this up by putting a chest or something up here, but the reality is this isn't going to happen the way it happened before. I used to end up with massive amounts of eggs that I would need to take out of the system and recycle back in, but this should solve that problem completely. I'll end up with no extra eggs. So that's obviously bad if I did want to keep some eggs at some point, but I suppose I could always go back down underground and, plug up that auto dropper to stop shooting the eggs back in if I wanted to save eggs. But for now, I just want to get all these eggs in there and you see how fast that actually does go. So that's working wonderfully. Now I should be able to get down here and just check out those eggs passing through here. I'll get pumped into this dropper. And as soon as an egg ends up in this dropper, it'll just shoot back up again and end up recycled in the system. But the good stuff is ending up here. And at some point, oh no, I was actually just going to say at some point I might put a filter on this, but I just realized I'm not going to do that at all, because what I want to do next is actually add an auto dropper to this side as well. And that one will end up going down underground into one of my water streams that connects to my main storage system. So let's work on that. And just like that, I now have a dropper in place. And hopefully I've done all of my maths correctly in terms of the proper spacing of these water blocks and everything. You can see this actually goes right over to underneath the pumpkin farm, and that's where the pumpkins actually drop down. Took me a little trial and error to actually dig down and figure out where this was, but here it is. The pumpkins are falling, and see, this is what happens when I take my depth strider boots off. Now I have to walk against the current, and it takes so long. Oh, okay, there we go. I'm going to do this without water buckets. I'm going to do this with ice. So hopefully this should flow right down to there. Perfect. And then this one right here, I break that. This should flow down to there. And I had to do like a little bit of a thing here. Obviously this is only like a short distance here, but that's because this one is one block too far to actually do what I wanted it to do. So let's get up here, and I guess we could just put that in and then break that. Oh, that's Silk Touch. I don't want to use Silk Touch to break my ice, because if I do, then the ice just comes back to me as ice. So let's try that again. Place the ice. Let's break it with the ice. There we go. Now you can see it's flowing all the way down, and it should be flowing down anyway. And then this, let's just put this in and bury all of that down in there. And I guess I can't really see it working until I have slept. Yeah, because the sun's going down, and I don't want monsters to fall in this hole while I'm actually working. So let's do that. All right, back up again. Let's jump down here, and now, yeah, maybe I can actually just break this open temporarily so that I can see it actually working. Let's put some stuff in here. Let's drop some pumpkins and some slime in there. I actually accidentally grabbed this stuff while I was milling around down there in that tunnel, so this will be a good first test. I need to make one of my favorite machines anyway, and that is this whole thing. So I know I've shown this to you guys before, but I'm going to show it to you again because it's a simple circuit and I like it. And this goes here, and then this goes here, and then actually, do I have any redstone? Yeah, I do. Good. Okay, redstone, redstone, and redstone. And then another one of these things goes on top of here. And then the final thing, well, actually two final things. This goes here, and then this goes here. Auto dropper. Very easy. And just like that, every time something gets loaded into this thing, like this redstone for instance, it just gets automatically dispensed into the water. And hopefully, if all goes according to plan anyway, that dropper is feeding correctly into, well, let's get this taken care of first. There we go. That dropper is feeding into the water stream. The water stream is feeding all the way over into the other water streams, and all of the goodness is being transported over into my main storage system. So the final thing to do here is to break this and, of course, collect it because I'm obsessive compulsive and I can't just let loose rocks hang around. And then I need one more hopper to go right on here. Let's just see if there's anything in this chest. Yeah, so I'm already collecting some feathers and some stuff. So that goes on there. It drops in. That's already sealed, so I can't actually see it going, but that's all dropping in and going to the main storage system. Awesome. So now all I really have to do is fill this whole area in, but I think I'm going to go to my storage system first and just make sure that those items are actually flowing in the way they're supposed to. So I should see, yeah, there it is. You can actually see chickens and melons and all kinds of things flowing right up there. I don't have a filter programmed yet for those things. So anything that's actually going in and then back and then down and over and back is just going to end up probably in this chest right here. So when I actually get this far, it'll end up here. Oops, that's a rocket. Or it'll end up in here. Do I have any? No, I don't have any free space here. So there's no chickens and no feathers in here. But eventually, yeah, they'll be in here. Wait a minute. Am I actually filtering chickens and feathers? Oh, I am. Never mind. Look at that. I actually already set up these filters and I completely forgot. So feathers will be flowing into here. So there's 55 on the end there and there's 36 on the end here. So any second now, one of these should get feathers or chicken anyway. 36. Oh, there it goes. 37, 38. Perfect. So we know the filter for chicken is working. And yeah, this one went up to 58 as well. This was 57 a minute ago. So my feathers and chickens are now being filtered properly. And now I don't even have to worry about it anymore, except that I have a giant gaping hole in the land that I have to fill in. So let's take care of that next. And there we go. I have now completely covered this whole system up. It is completely self-contained, and I've even cleaned up my mess. So we're all good. Took down the old chicken machine, removed all the fences. By the way, I think I forgot to mention this before. I also moved my sheep and my cows over here. So let's just take a quick peek. I've divided this area up. Now the sheep have much more room and the cows have much more room, a little less than the sheep, I think. But there's still this room over here as well that I could, if I wanted to, expand for more cowage. But but we're all good for now. I actually don't really have a need for any cows and sheep at the moment. But I don't want to, dispose of them. I think it's good to have them inside the castle walls for future expansion. I also added one more piece of future expansion, and that's this hopper right here. And it's this is my absolute easiest shulker box unloader you can possibly think of. It's just a hopper. Guys, I have this chest here where you can load it up with goodies. Like, for example, if I had this grass and I wanted to just dump it in there, and this chest automatically shoots stuff into this water stream, which then goes all the way up and into my storage system. But now I have a simple hopper feeding into this chest, so if I drop my shulker box on top of there, this is just the sort of random junk that I collected while I was doing my project. All of that stuff is now getting fed into this chest, and this chest is then feeding into the water stream, and so basically it's just going to unload and sort. Pretty cool. That's the whole point of having an automated storage system, right? You could just dump stuff and then walk away. The only problem is it does make those weird clicks, so if you get too close to it, you hear the click, 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 and yeah, that's a little bit annoying. But you know what? I don't mind because I'm not that close to it that often. What I do mind is when zombie pigmen come into my base. I did hear one a second ago. He must have wandered around and then went right back through the portal. That's fine. So you might notice that I have a little bit of a chicken problem. I did notice a minor issue with this brand new iteration of the chicken machine that I created, and that was that when chickens were getting shot out of this dispenser, once in a while, they would end up right in the corner and somehow migrate right through the glass. So that was obviously a little bit of a problem. I did have to replace these side pieces here that used to be glass, I replaced them with stone bricks, and hopefully that'll stop the problem from happening. But in the meantime, I do have a little bit of a chicken problem. So I might have to take care of this problem. And, you know, I won't bore you with the actual details on how exactly I take care of that problem. But that, my friends, is going to be it for this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little foray into moving my chicken machine and doing a quick redesign of the machine, and then preparing myself for what will be the new gates. Whew. If I'm not careful, I'm going to fall to my death again. But that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and feel free to do all the YouTubey things, and I will see you in the next episode.